I've spent the last 6 months learning software engineering. Did it pay off? Let's find out. So today I'll be showing you a full stack app that I developed for businesses. Businesses spend a lot of time, money, and resources managing customer data, employee schedule, and inventory tracking. That's where Autoful comes in. It's a REST API with access to a database, and basically it puts all the information that the mechanics and the shop needs in one spot. And I'll be showing that off today by showing you the front end I built for the app. So we have Autoful. Run your shop smarter, not harder. So I'll just run through this home page real quick. Basically telling you everything that this does, giving you a reason why to choose Autoful. Start free trial. It's built for mechanics by mechanics. Yep. And we would go to get started. And so there's two different roles. We have customers and we have mechanics. Now those are not both, but mechanic is a guarded API route. So if you do not have a mechanic login, you can't access mechanic data. But I don't want to make an account, so I'm going to go back to the home page and go to login as a mechanic. Now each of these buttons I click, like that button right there, that sent off an API for the authentication, which I'm using Firebase for the authentication, in case anyone was wondering. But so this right here is a lot of React and recharts, pretty cover for this right here, which is the back end, which is a Python Flask app. So you can look, we have tickets by day of the week. All of this data is being, an API is being called to get that data, and then React is displaying it in the front end. So if we look over here at the code, let's see, top mechanics, I can show you that route if I can find it. So we go down here. So list mechanics with the most tickets, top 3. It's a GET request, and it's located at our whatever we're hosting the website at /top. So mechanics /top. Basically it pulls in the mechanics with the most tickets, and these mechanics only have 2 tickets each, but that's because we don't have a lot of data in the database. But anyway, we can go over here to service tickets. I've created a few, and you can search by VIN or description, but let's see engine rebuild. I mean, that sounds expensive. It needs a lot of mechanics. Let's say I didn't want to be on there, so I'll take myself off of there, and bam, that was an API call. And these, so something else cool is the automatic inventory tracking. You have parts used, ignition coil, blah, 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 blah. And so the quantity and the price, the quantity is handled in the back end. So that means, let's say you have 20 ignition coils. Well, once this ticket was made and the quantity of 4, that means your database is going to have 16 ignition coils because the inventory tracking is automatic. So we can go create a ticket. We got inventory, shows you if it's low stock, high stock, yada yada. We can add parts. We can view specifically low stock, see what we need to restock on. And then we even have a button to restock. So we can view customers. And I figured that in a real mechanic shop, you would need mechanics to be able to create customers. So I added that feature here. They can create customers, and then the customer could log in and pay their tickets later. And then we have top performer mechanics. And if we go over here to VS Code, we have the main YAML. This was the assignment right here, building a CI/CD pipeline, which I've integrated that. So anytime that I push to main on GitHub, it will go through this CI/CD, and if all the tests pass, it will deploy to render, which we have it hosted on right here. And that's how I'm able to make the API calls from here, which is just localhost 3000, but I'll be hosting it on Vercel later. But yeah, this has been the first big full stack project that I made. And I just do want to say to Coding Temple that I learned so much in such a little amount of time, and I am very grateful for that. So yeah, thank you. All right, well, everybody have a good day.